This morning, Friday, September 11th, the State Department of Health reported that COVID-19 cases in Miami-Dade County surpassed 163,000, and 2,836 people in our county have succumbed to the virus. First, 19 years ago today, our nation confronted the worst kind of evil in the 9/11 attacks. Today, we remember those we lost, the thousands on that day, and so many since who perished from ground zero-related illnesses. We also honor our first responders, our cops, and so many firefighters who heroically charged into the chaos to save strangers, even at the loss of their own lives. So, we are at a COVID-19 inflection point. In July, our numbers had surged to among the highest in the nation. But since then, due to required mask usage, a curfew, and other self-imposed limitations in our economy, our numbers have improved substantially. For the last 14 days, our county has seen under 500 new infections most days, and our percentage has averaged around 6%. Also, usually less than 50 people each day are checking into the hospital. While there is some reason for optimism, given this downward trajectory, we can't normalize that the virus is still very present and still taking an enormous toll in our community. Over the last 3 days alone, the Department of Health reported that in just Miami-Dade, 170 people lost their lives. While these numbers will come down as less people work their way through the system, it's obviously incredibly tragic. Now, Mayor Jimenez has announced he will loosen the curfew and open more of our economy, perhaps on Monday, if it appears by then that the reopenings from 2 weeks ago, namely opening up of indoor dining, did not cause a surge in the virus. I think this kind of caution is the sensible course. Again, though, we're still in the crucible of this virus, even if it is letting up a bit. So it's important to stay the course with masks and other protective measures. So 6 months ago to the day, our county had its first case of COVID-19. Since then, it has dominated much of our news and our lives, and it certainly and properly has commanded the attention of our government. Attempting to navigate the unavoidable tension between lives and livelihoods has been challenging. Over the past 6 months, we've closed our economy and reopened it, and then closed some again as we are now considering reopening more. So much of our industries, especially our hospitality and arts and culture sectors, have been devastated. But at some point, hopefully sooner than later, we will emerge from this pandemic and return to our lives. So while I'll continue to talk about COVID trend lines, I'm also going to start including brief updates as to what's happening in our city, to let you know that while many things are closed, we are working and planning for when we do put this virus in our rearview mirror and fully open, so that we don't just emerge, but that we emerge better, brighter. So today I want to talk about the work we are doing in our parks. This pandemic has put many of us outside more often than we are accustomed, which is a good reminder that we live in one of the most beautiful places in the world. With the help of the Geo Bond projects, we are on our way to adding over 30 acres of new park space and upgrading 20 existing parks. During the pandemic, we completed our new Altos Del Mar Park in North Beach, which will be a great amenity when we fully reopen. We've also put the finishing touches on Pride Park, the 5-point-acre green space next to the convention center. We'll soon break ground on 19 acres of new park space, Bayshore Park, in what was the old Par 3. It's designed with a central lake, a boardwalk, and environmental remediation measures to help reduce stormwater runoff, and will include an additional 259 trees, 6 tennis courts right next to the high school, and a children's playground and dog park. For those in South Beach, the lots on 6th and 7th on Alton Road, which for decades hosted a disgusting abandoned building, are now being transformed into a world-class 3-acre park. We've broken ground on the new park and expect it to be substantially completed in the next couple years. Now, we've also used the opportunity with so little activity indoors at our parks to upgrade facilities like the Raycow and North Shore Youth Centers, installing new generators, renovations to the pool and locker room, and repair of the roof. Finally, so many of us have taken to regular strolls on our amazing beach walk. Well, we've been working on that too, and I'm happy to say that in a few months, you'll be able to walk almost from one end of Miami Beach to the other without leaving the water's edge. Now, when I say we've been working, what I really mean is our city staff have been working. So a very big thank you to the folks who have leaned into these projects during very challenging times. So yes, we have lots to look forward to. And even in the midst of a great challenge, there is still reason for great optimism. So thanks for your patience, your calm, and your sacrifice. Stay healthy and mostly at home. See you on the beach walk.